3 female pioneers, young women who are trying to enter the newly opened combat positions in the U.S. Marine Corps. These roles had been blocked to women for generations, but not anymore. The question now, will they meet the same rigorous standards as men to serve on the front lines?
The Marines did not want women serving in certain combat positions, arguing it would make them a less effective fighting force. But they were overruled by the Secretary of Defense. So the Marines say orders are orders, and they're now working hard to integrate women.
A year-long study by the Marine Corps indicates that groups or units that are all male perform better than mixed units that include females. Now, according to the study, all male units were faster, more lethal, and able to evacuate casualties in less time. Also, all male squads performed better than mixed groups in 69% of the tasks evaluated. Also, all male squads, the study found, performed better than mixed gender units across the board. The males were more accurate hitting targets, faster at climbing over obstacles, and better at avoiding injuries.
Who did the study?
The Marine Corps. So
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Wes is on the panel to talk about this.
They found in this study that the top 10% of women physically are on par with the bottom 40% of men physically.
All male squads, teams, and crews, and gender-integrated squads, teams, and crews had a noticeable difference in their performance of the basic combat tasks of negotiating obstacles and evacuating casualties. For example, when negotiating the wall obstacle, male Marines threw their packs to the top of the wall, whereas female Marines required regular assistance in getting their packs to the top.
The mission is hard, and I need everybody to be able to accomplish it, not just meet some diversity criteria.
Of the 12,000 women who've enlisted in the Marines in the last 3 years, only 150 have chosen to apply for these combat jobs. And of those, only 53, about 1 in 3, passed these tougher standards. The rest failed, dropped out, or are still in training. More broadly, women also get injured more often than men at boot camp, and they drop out at double the rate of men. To some, this is all evidence that putting women into combat roles is a bad idea. Retired Colonel Mary Reinwald spent 27 years in the Marines. She now edits Leatherneck magazine, a magazine for the Marine community.
Women physically break down at a much greater level than our male counterparts. That's just reality. Can a woman carry the same load as a man? And loads in Iraq and Afghanistan were as much as 70, 80 pounds, if not more, depending on what the mission was.
That's the full battle gear.
That's the full battle gear, and more in some cases. How long would I have lasted with something like that? Again, as much heart as I may have had. But that's really not the issue. It's when did my body start to break down?
Military training can be excruciating at its highest levels, but at the bare minimum, a Marine's got to be able to do 3 pull-ups. But more than half the female recruits couldn't do it. So the Marines are pushing back the day when it becomes mandatory.
If you have a failure rate of 55% and 99% of the men are succeeding, obviously this is not going to work.
Men have to do 3 pull-ups minimum to pass the Marines fitness test. It takes 20 to earn a perfect score. Women had to meet the same minimum, but only need 8 pull-ups to score perfect. Because so few passed, the Marines will let them choose to hang on the bar for 15 seconds and pass without doing any pull-ups. Critics say the big push over pull-ups is part of a bigger problem: pressure from the White House to make the military gender neutral.
Not everybody believes this latest step towards equal rights is a good idea, including a female Marine officer who has been on the front lines.
There's these gender-specific medical concerns that are going to come with opening these fields that I'm not so sure we've really thought about. And on the backside of that, there's going to be a cost associated with these medical conditions. And are we ready to pay the price for that?
I guess that was my question about why you think that it's a bad idea, because you yourself, I mean, by all regards, you're a very high-achieving woman, not only in life, but in the military. And what you point out in this article is that you went through some of the rigorous training that the men did, and what happened to you?
I've faced a lot of weight loss, muscle atrophy. I also developed polycystic ovarian syndrome, which for me resulted in infertility. It's a type of combat environment these days is very strenuous, and I was only doing a portion of what our infantry brothers do. I'm physically fit, definitely one of the top in the females for physical fitness. However, I degraded, and of course I understand that every female is going to break down at a different rate, but our male counterparts are breaking down also, and I just think it's an unnecessary risk that we could be taking on.
3, 2, 1, fuoco!
No. Sono inciampata. No. No.
C'è la corda che non
C'è la corda inciampata.
E dai, fate se no qualcuno.
Oh, senti campane.
Sì,
Siamo in
infatti.
ritardo però,
Mamma,
non l'abbiamo.
Cambio della guardia.
Eccolo.
Senza guanti anche, scusa.
My only reservation with the policy, because I'm all for it, is when or if we have a draft, and that's because I have a daughter.
I would say that pregnancy is an issue.
I went to Morocco and I saw being in the desert and having little access to showers, how that is a problem for females. So going on long missions where you cannot shower, the female body, it's a different makeup for us. We have different needs that we need to have. So every role I don't necessarily agree with, but I do think it's great that we are having more options.
If everybody wants everything to be equal, women better get ready to sign up.
If a nation's willing to throw their daughters on the front lines, I don't know what on earth they could be protecting in their country that they're fighting for.
What we're saying here is that the villains, the criminals will know, oh, I'll never go to prison because I've got kids, so I can just offend. And that's not correct.
I'm talking from experience.
I'm doing it because I just got divorced and I'm broke. Okay. I need money.
Well, and it's a global tour.
Yes.
You need a lot of money.
Oh my God! See this right here? See this sip? My ex-wife got 30% of that sip.
It's no secret that Dr. Dre has amassed a huge fortune throughout the course of his career, and his worth is currently estimated at over $800 million. Well, despite how well he's doing financially, it looks like his daughter is currently homeless in the state of California. It's his eldest daughter, LaTanya Young, who is 38 years old. Despite having 2 jobs, LaTanya claims that she cannot afford to secure an apartment in California and has been forced to live in a rental car. LaTanya says she's asked her father, Dre, for financial help, but has not received any support in the past 18 months.
She has 4 children. They're apparently living with one of her friends or something. She is working. She has multiple jobs, according to her. So the big thing that I'm seeing online, a lot of people are saying, well, she's 38 years old. Who cares? It doesn't matter. That's on her. Dr. Dre's money is his own. He doesn't need to support her, blah, blah, blah.
I helped Del get Mika and Nico ready for kindergarten.
Ready? There we go. Do we need to rinse out?
No, we don't rinse
Don't do rinses?
kids, no.
Oh my god, that's how much I know about parenting, Del.
You know, I thought Beth was an idiot. I mean, if we're being honest here, I mean, maybe not an idiot, but just not good enough for you. But do you know what she said to me once? She said that once you guys were married, she was done. I mean, she was done teaching and she was just gonna start making babies. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, I mean, does Owen know you have like zero ambition?
The good news is that 77% of American women, according to a poll last year, don't identify as feminists. The problem is feminists have got control of large portions of the media, which is why when any public figure is criticized by them, immediately apologizes. We saw the ridiculous fiasco with Kaylee Cuoco, this TV star, came out and said, I like being with my husband, I like cooking for him. The reaction was overwhelming. She was castigated by feminists and she had to come out and apologize.
المرأة التي لا تعول نفسها مش بتوكل نفسها لازم تخضع.
Australian hosts take it upon themselves to dogpile a lovely mother of 4 children for basically caring too much about her family.
I want to take you back to the 1950s, or at least that's what I thought when I read this Brisbane mum's Facebook post. Brooke Smith shared her routine online. Here's what she said. I always make sure I don't go to bed until everyone's lunches are packed, their clothes are set out for the next day, including my husband's, and the house is clean, dishwasher is on, and a load of washing is on. I always get up early, 4:30, with my husband to make his breakfast and coffee. Go, Brooke. Whatever.
How is it being 1950s to simply want to care for your husband? Most of the women I know do the exact same, including my mom. Even after being married almost 35 years now, she's still awake at 5 a.m. cooking breakfast for my dad, and she even makes him a lunch as well to take to work.
I mean, I tell you what though, Chris, I mean, a lot of people online are saying, well done, are praising her.
Who? Who are these people?
Who could these people possibly be? Well, at least in the US, an article from 2018 states that more millennial women are choosing to be stay-at-home moms. And as for the stats, the most recent Pew research seems to be from 2014, which shows that the number of women who are becoming stay-at-home moms has risen. While 71% of moms do work outside the home, 29% are staying home. That number is up 6% from 1999. Also, I've gotta say, I absolutely love how you have the token male feminist type thrown in there in order to assure the snobby woman that yes, in fact, your opinion is completely right for every single woman on earth, and any woman who might disagree with you belongs in the 1950s.
Oh, has he hypnotized her or something? Who does this stuff? Making his breakfast and then putting his clothes out of a night? Is he disabled or something? Like, seriously. So get a grip, get off your bum and do stuff yourself.
Okay, seriously, this guy is going above and beyond, totally overcompensating. I'm sorry that his wife doesn't want to take care of him, if he even has a wife, but it's no reason to insult and belittle the wives who do. And no, wives don't cook for their husbands because their husbands are useless or can't do it for themselves, but because because many of these men have extremely grueling jobs that actually require hard work, unlike this man's job where he basically just sits in a studio all day on a nice cushy sofa and criticizes people.
My only theory is that she might actually like her husband and she might actually like to get up at 4:30 and spend some time
I
with
mean,
him.
I like my husband, but make your own bloody breakfast and coffee. I mean, you know.
And here it is. The admission. Clearly the show host never cooks for her husband. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she never does any sort of household work at all. And the reason it makes her so angry to see a woman who is able to do it all is because it makes her feel less about herself. Naturally, the only way to ease this feeling of inadequacy is to attack the caring wife, to try to bring her down to her level.
But the amazing thing, apparently this couple run an MMA fighting gym.
Oh, like mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts, and they also breed bulldogs, so they can do whatever they want. I'm like,
You're not arguing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If it makes her happy, but I mean, nothing in that list of things there, you know.
And she's got 4 children under the age of 6.
I guess it's finally occurred to the show host what an absolute jerk she's being. Do what you want, she says. It's a little bit too late for that. You've already gone and exposed yourself as a jealous and insecure woman, which is once again confirmed in the next clip.
But did you see her photos too? She still had time to like make her hair look beautiful and put her makeup on.
Women attacking
she
women.
looks gorgeous. I think she looks gorgeous.
Yeah, you're making the rest of us look bad.
Somehow, the caring wife is able to co-run an MMA gym, breed bulldogs, raise 4 children, and take care of her husband, all while maintaining her fitness and beauty. On every front, she totally blows the show host out of the water. Also, did you happen to catch that moment at the end where the man says, "Oh, women attacking women. Terrible."
Beautiful and put her makeup on.
Women attacking
she looks
women.
gorgeous. I think she looks gorgeous.
Sorry, sir, but you participated in this attack just as much as your jealous co-host, so are you saying that women attacking women is totally unacceptable, but men attacking women, that's okay? Some women might hate the lifestyle, while others might be denied even the option due to the fact that their families can't be supported on one income. Everyone has their own unique situations which can't always be properly judged by the outside world. But to belittle and insult women who do choose to stay at home, or not even that, but who simply want to provide extra care to their husbands and children, is lower than low. Once again, the feminist narrative of claiming to support all women is exposed as a pitiful lie. The same types of competitive attitudes, the same types of jealousy and resentment that exist among many women are clearly more alive than ever.